the use of drones in warfare, in modern warfare?
There's something called Integrated Theatre Command.
Yes, sir.
What is your idea of it?
Liquor ban in Bihar.
Yes, sir.
Do you think that is a good for the society, keeping in mind that it is a huge loss to the government of Bihar exchequer?
May I come in, sir?
Please come in.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Please be seated.
Thank you, sir.
Rajiv Ranjan, you are with KPIT Technologies. What is this?
Sir, it stands for Kirtan Prasad Informational Technology. Sir, it's a multinational company working in software domain.
Kirtan Prasad
Yes, sir.
Information Technology Limited as a multinational corp.
Yes, sir.
And you have done electrical engineering from NIT Patna.
Yes, sir.
And this is going to be a fifth attempt with the CAPF examination.
Sir, this is fourth.
Fourth. And have you been called for the interview earlier?
No, sir.
And you have mentioned other running chess. What is running chess?
Sir, it was a typing mistake. Running and playing chess.
Running and chess.
Yes, sir.
So that was a typo, huh?
Yes.
And you have also been captain NIT Patna Kabaddi team.
Yes, sir.
So what do you do there, especially at the KPIT?
Sir, I was a trainee there. Our training basically completed in the month of January, and then I was laid off.
Trainee means, that was through a campus placement, huh?
Yes, sir.
But why laid off?
Sir, sorry.
You said you were laid off?
Yes, sir. Because of the onset of COVID, sir.
Oh, because of the onset of COVID. So you didn't try it thereafter?
No, sir.
You've only been trying for the government services?
No, sir. Sir, I had cleared CDS exam, and my interview SSB was on in the month of March.
Right.
So, sir, in the March 2020, 4 AFSB Varanasi, sir.
Uh-huh.
So, sir, then I focused mainly on the SSB, and subsequently, I started preparing for CAPF exam.
So you never took a try at the CAC examination?
No, sir.
Why?
Sir, I do not have inner urge for that exam.
And you do not have inner urge. So just tell me, where have you been going wrong that fourth attempt, and especially coming for NIT?
Sir, I couldn't assess the exam well. My majority of my efforts were focused on paper 1, and I continued to struggle in paper 2. But in the previous and this attempt, I worked hard and improved my performance in paper 2 as well.
So, do you still remember something about electrical engineering, or forgotten everything?
Sir, wow, very little thing I can recall right now.
You can recall a lot of things, you know. Have you heard about Elon Musk?
Yes, sir.
Just tell us something about him and his work.
He is an entrepreneur who has taken initiative like Starlink for providing satellite-based internet, and Tesla, the famous electronic vehicle company.
Have you heard about Hyperloop technology?
Yes, sir.
What is that all about?
Sir, it basically works on magnetic induction. Sorry, sir. I'm not able to recall completely, but it works on the, sir, there is a vacuum tube and with the help of magnetism.
Was Musk, what you call, pursuing this aspect also? Hyperloop?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware of it.
Not aware. Do you have some idea about artificial intelligence?
Yes, sir.
What does it talk about?
Sir, artificial intelligence is basically when we create software that mimics the human brain, and when we integrate those system, the software system into machine, sir, the machine imitates human behavior like learning and taking decision on its own.
Decision on its own. So what are the ethical issues pertaining to artificial intelligence?
So
what kind of ethical issues?
So the first one is intelligence is a gift to humanity and machines should not have it. So second is we have a psychopath AI, that was a case study shown by a famous institute. I'm forgetting its name right now. And sir, the third one is, sir, these AI systems are trained based on the present data sets, and present data sets are heavily gender biased and other ethnic biased. That's why it can be a problematic.
You know about drone technology?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
Sir, drones are basically unmanned aerial vehicles which can be used for multiple purpose. Sir, which can be used.
Can you tell us the use of drones in warfare, in modern warfare?
Sir,
And has it changed the entire matrix of modern warfare?
Sir, in modern warfare, it is playing a big role. First example would be kamikaze drone that is being used by Russia, imported from Iran, and major and other benefit is that we can run reconnaissance and surveillance missions for day in day out without even thinking about
But
refueling.
let us talk in terms of Ukraine. Has that also been using a lot of drones?
Sir, sorry, sir.
Ukraine has also been using a lot of drones?
Yes, sir. Drones.
Tell us something about that.
Sir, they are using US made MQ-9 basically drones for surveillance mission.
Not for attack on the,
Yes, sir.
on the
They are-
infantry?
Yes, sir, they
Russian
are also
infantry?
using it for attacks.
Do you have a good idea about what is happening over there, especially on the drone front and infantry warfare?
No, sir.
Not much of an idea. Ajay, tell us something about the Indian elections that are going on at this point in time.
So, Indian election, sir. Sorry, sir. I'm
Elections, the present elections that are going on.
Sir, some specific about.
Just tell us what you know about it.
Sir, Article 324 gives power to Election Commission and entrusted with the responsibility of conducting free and fair elections throughout the country. And our country is going through one such exercise, which will elect candidate for the next upcoming Lok Sabha.
What Lok Sabha would be that, and what is the name of this election?
Sir, 18th Lok Sabha.
18th Lok Sabha elections, right? So, can you tell us something about the way it is being conducted?
Sir, it begins with the announcement of election.
No.
When,
What has actually happened? Now we are into a couple of phases of elections.
Yes, sir.
So just tell us about, in a nutshell, tell us about this present election. The general election 2024. In a nutshell.
Sir, it is happening in seven phases across the country, and sorry, sir, I'm not able to.
The elections you don't know, you know. When was the sixth phase held?
Sir, sixth phase. Sir, 25th of May.
Huh?
So, sir, 25th of May.
25th. That was yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Right. So, any idea about the voter turnout? And how many states did the elections, what the election held?
No, sir. Sorry, sir.
Right. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Rajiv,
Yes.
you're given CISF as your second choice.
Yes, sir.
Normally, candidates prefer CISF.
Yes, sir.
What is your reason for not opting for CISF as the first choice?
Sir, CRPF is my mother institution. That's why I given it a first preference. Sir, I chose CISF as a second because CRPF and CISF both are posted across the country, and both forces offers an adventurous career. So that's why I prefer CISF as a second preference.
And your reason was CRPF, your father.
Yes, sir.
He is serving there. Not
Yes.
retired now.
No, sir. He's also.
He's serving there.
Yes, sir.
There's something called Integrated Theatre Command.
Yes, sir.
What is your idea of it?
Sir, recently our country is aching to create an integrated theatre command. It is basically we are combining the resources, manpower of the three forces to make it more lethal, more effective, and to address the present threat or upcoming threats, which are comprehensive in a holistic manner.
Okay. And what will be the benefit? Major benefit.
Sir,
One major benefit.
So, sir, as per me, the major benefit would be regarding logistics, handling logistics, and and the clearances that we need from across the forces.
So response time
Yes, sir.
and more effective.
Yes, sir.
Okay. On the similar lines, suppose we were to unify all the CAPFs
Yes, sir.
under one body.
Yes, sir.
How will it be? Pros and cons. What are the difficulties and what are the points in favor?
So main difficulty is that every force has a different different responsibility, and over the years they have developed different skill sets for that job, and integrating all the same in a one force would be difficult, first of all, and the benefit would be that India is facing multi-dimensional threats, security threats, and combining these forces adds to the strength for fighting against them.
Okay. So a man posted to Siachen in the armed forces,
Yes.
can he operate in deserts?
Yes, sir, he can operate after acclimatization, sir.
No, whatever. He can operate or not?
Yes, sir, he can operate. But it will take time, sir.
Yeah, he can do that.
Yes, sir.
So what is the difficulty?
Sir, we need personalized forces for mountain warfare, for desert warfare, and at present we are facing threats on all our frontiers from northeast. Fighting war in northeast is different from fighting war in Jammu and Kashmir.
So with the same logic, can we say that the people who are posted to Ladakh should remain there in Ladakh,
No, sir.
in the armed forces,
Sir,
in the defense forces?
yes, sir.
So any person going to Ladakh once remains there? Shall we say that?
Sir, the environment of Ladakh is very hostile.
So what about ITBP?
Sir,
What about ITBP? How is the weather for him and the terrain for him and the climate for him?
sir, Siachen is, sir, I think...
I'm not talking of Siachen, I'm talking of Ladakh.
Sir.
Siachen is part of that,
Yes, sir.
but I'm talking of somebody is posted to Leh, in the eastern region of Leh. So he should not be operating in plains of Punjab
Sir, I think
against Pakistan.
ITBP is posted across the country, sir, but their main powers are more
Achha, okay,
pointed
got
at-
you. Right. What are the challenges of SSB?
Sir, SSBs are posted at an India-Nepal border and India-Bhutan border. Both borders are more or less open. We have people-to-people relations and secure and for checking drug trafficking and other criminal networks in that situation is quite difficult, and I think this is the main difficulty of SSB.
Okay. So what's your daily routine?
Sorry, sir.
Your daily routine.
So my daily routine includes, begins at 9 a.m. where I dress myself and...
What time do you wake up?
Sir, sorry, sir.
What time do you wake up?
Sir, I wake up at 7 a.m.
Okay. So after that?
Sir, after refreshment, I go to library at 9 a.m. Then, sir, at 12 p.m. I go for lunch, and after, sir, then I go to library again, and sir, at 6 p.m. I go for some tea and refreshment. Then again library, and at 9 p.m. I go for dinner. Then, sir, my PG and I take it.
So what time do you go for running?
Sir, in the morning, sir, after 7 a.m.
Achha. Okay. So if you are the chief minister of a state,
Yes,
suppose, how would you like to empower the children, which is the most powerful tool in your hands?
Sir, as a chief minister, my first focus would be to strengthen the primary education system, primary healthcare system, and sir, today we are seeing technological revolution. So I would invest in more, sir, tech-based activities and education for the children.
Would you like to make it free in the government colleges and schools?
So not free but nominal.
Nominal.
Yes, sir.
How will you make sure that everybody attends the school?
Sorry, sir.
How will you ensure that
Yes, sir.
everybody attends the school and the college?
Sir, through the public awareness program, and I would, sir, make sure the curriculum is more interactive, and there are facilities like sports. There are other interactive programs as well in the curriculum.
Okay, thank you.
Ravi, you hail from Begusarai.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what are the central government agencies and PSUs are working in Begusarai?
Sir, PSU includes Indian Oil Corporation, and we have now NTPC as well, controlling one unit of BTPS. Then we have Hindustan Fertilizer Corporation.
Can you tell me that the forces, which services which has mentioned in the DAF,
Yes, sir.
how many are there in Begusarai who is just taking care of these all institutions?
Sir, at every industrial complex there are CISF.
Only CISF.
Yes, sir.
Fine. What are the external challenges
Yes, sir.
in the state of Arunachal Pradesh? Security external challenges.
For the state of Arunachal Pradesh, sir, the main threat to the Arunachal Pradesh is the encroachment by PLA from the northern frontier. Then we have, sir, a drug trafficking in the southeast Namsai area, and arms trafficking as well. And yes, sir, these are the threats.
What are the place called that has been in the couple of months back where Chinese troops entered into that Indian jurisdiction close to Arunachal border?
Sir, it was, sir, Tawang area. Sir, I'm not sure.
What issue was there?
Sir, China claimed the southeastern part of Bhutan, and they claim Tawang area as well as their territory.
What is staple visa?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware.
You also played kabaddi. Can you differentiate between the kabaddi and circle kabaddi?
Sir, rules for circle kabaddi and kabaddi is different. Sir, I'm not aware of circle kabaddi, but we can.
Who is that national champion in kabaddi in male category?
Sir, Haryana.
Can you tell me that what are the status of left-wing extremism in your state in Bihar?
The areas where
Left-wing extremism. What is the status?
Sir, it is on the waning side. Main areas in Bihar that includes Jamui forest area and Jahanabad and Gaya areas, mostly the southern part of the state of Bihar. And after measures taken by state and central government, it is on the waning side.
Yesterday, that voting has been done in entire India.
Yes, sir.
How many seats yesterday voted in Bihar for the Lok Sabhas?
Sorry, sir.
What is Sat Nishchay Yojana of the government of Bihar?
The Sat Nishchay Yojana brought by the government of Bihar for the holistic development of the state, socio-economic development of the state. It includes आरक्षित रोजगार महिलाओं का अधिकार, उद्यमी युवा, हर खेत में सिंचाई का पानी, हर घर पक्की नाली सड़क. Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall.
My last question, liquor ban in Bihar.
Yes, sir.
Do you think that is a good for the society, keeping in mind that it is a huge loss to the government of Bihar exchequer?
Sir, for the lower segment of the society, definitely it has benefited. But I do not support it on the theoretical basis, because the state is losing a precious revenue and it is given rise to a parallel black economy in the state.
Thank you.
Rajiv, our interaction with you is over. I was just wondering, you speak well in English, but do you think that you can perform better in Hindi?
So I have never tried.
Never tried.
No, sir.
Because actually what is happening is, I've been marking closely. You know so many things, but you have to strain yourself to come up with it. I hope your language is not creating a problem to you. Just आप जरा हिंदी में हमसे बात कीजिए, हाँ? तो अपने विषय में आप बताएं, कृपया अपने विषय में बताएं. हिंदी, I want it in हिंदी now.
सर मेरा नाम राजीव रंजन है. मैंने 10th की परीक्षा DAV से दी है और मैंने अपना ग्रेजुएशन NIT पटना से इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियरिंग में किया है. मेरा सर चेस खेलना
नहीं, चलिए कोई बात नहीं. I think English में, I think they will do it in English only. I was just right, sir. आप बताएं सर.
Okay, Rajiv.
Yes, sir.
When you enter, you must wish the chair and not the other two. Not required. You can nod at the other two. You wished me, him.
Yes, sir.
Wish only one. The chair. ठीक है, इनको विश करेंगे, बाकी दो की तरफ थोड़ा सा नोट कर देंगे. Point 1. Secondly, you said you were laid off.
Yes, sir.
We will not use this term. Laid off नहीं बोलना है. But then because of Corona, the company was not in a position to sustain and therefore something like that. Laid off is not a very appropriate term for the interview. Reflecting very different light. ठीक है?
Be very careful on this point, what sir has said. I hope you have been able to appreciate what he's saying.
Yes, sir.
You see, all of a sudden you realize that this chap is good for nothing, you know. So that impression should not come up. I'm being a very...
The company doesn't want you.
I'm being a bit blunt with you. Don't mind it, but sometimes we have to...
अच्छा, DF पे whatever you've written, you must have thorough knowledge of it, number one. And directly or indirectly, any question you asked, you must be able to relate it with it. Now, suppose I'm asking you the routine. Why? I want to check whether you run or not. I don't doubt you, but I want to confirm. In the initial stages, you said, I wake up at so-and-so time, go to the library at so-and-so time. Running, you never mentioned. But then subsequently, when I reminded you, you said, sir, I go after 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
So clearly, it's an afterthought. So it's not a daily practice. You've written it for the sake of it, or you used to run, you're not running now. So what you're not doing now, you're not mentioning a routine. So my point is, whatever you've written, say running, you must know all aspects of it. What time do you run? Where do you run? How many kilometers you run? What are your timings? What dress you wear? How you go from your residence to the place where you run? How much time it takes for you from residence to that place? You must prepare it in such details. Otherwise, it can be taken as a fake entry. Sir, I go for running. Are you with me on this?
Yes.
Okay. Then you are a bit stress prone. Stress होती है आपको. Very simple questions are asked relating to your DAF and some current affairs, some CAPF questions, that's all. Just relax.
You have mentioned about the kabaddi.
Yes, sir.
You don't know exactly who is that champion, difference between these two kabaddis, and related to the security issues, CRPF and all.
Yes, sir.
Like I have asked about left-wing extremism in your state.
Yes, sir.
You have a very concrete idea about that 3 or 4 districts still affected by the Naxalism. And that has been mentioned in MHA site. You have to go through. And related to 7 Nischay Yojana, you need to understand that is that administrative this all schemes by government of Bihar. And you started with that Article 324 of that Constitution. Sir has asked what is going on right now. We haven't asked about that what mentioned in that Constitution.
Sir, I found difficulty in handling this particular question. What is going on in the election? I didn't know where to start.
No, only you have to say that how many phases, how much already done, what is going on. Is there any, what are the Supreme Court has said about that recently Form 17C and what is going, that recent what we need.
Yes.
And newspaper, I think so. That is the most crucial part you are missing. Sir,
When is the interview?
Sir, 31st May.
So hardly have any time, in fact, you know. Which newspaper do you read
Sir, the
and how do you read it? You read it through the apps or you read it
no, the newspaper.
the newspaper? Then it's good actually. अब आप दो काम कीजिए पहले. First of all, you look very serious and very glum. I do not know what the reason for you being glum is. Glum, I hope you appreciate what glum is.
No.
मैंने लॉस्ट लग रहे हो, दुखित लग रहे हो. न लॉस्ट लगे न दुखित लगिए. आप परीक्षा दे रहे हैं, आराम से आइए, आराम से दीजिए, आराम से जाइए, क्या दिक्कत है? फर्स्ट यू सिट, पुश योर बैक, push your bodies back, push your back to the back of the chair. Are they touching each other?
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes.
And then slightly close your legs and put your hands like this.
Yeah.
और आप जरा सा ये आराम से हो जाइए और मुस्कुराइए पहले. आप देखिए मुस्कुराहट आ गई, आपके चेहरे में ग्लम था. फोटोज आ रहे हैं इनके ना. You can see the difference, I'll tell you. Now you're looking like good personality. Now tell me about yourself.
So my name is Rajiv Ranjan. I am from Begusarai, Bihar. I have completed my matriculation from DA Public School HFC Baroda.
Right, that's it. You will see the difference, in fact, you know. So do it like this, huh? Don't be scared. It's just an interaction, in fact, you know. I know I was myself having a very stiff face against you. So perhaps that let you down because you were having a stiff face. If you had a smiley disposition, I would also have smiled, you know. So it should be a pleasant interaction, right? Don't get bothered even if I put you into a bit of stress. Is it your fourth attempt? What have you been doing? And sir rightly pointed out that you should not use very harsh words about your own self-appraisal. That I was kicked off. Or I was, what word did he?
Laid off.
I was laid off. No, not laid off. See, the circumstances were such that any person could have been asked to move out. As simple as that.
They could not sustain. They could not sustain.
They could not sustain. So, don't use very harsh words. See, you have an outstanding career, in fact. I was just saying, you got a campus placement. Then 10th, you did 9.6 out of 10. 12th, you got 78.6%. Then NIT, you got 7.34 CGPA. You have been writing the examination, it's a competition. Sometimes you make it, sometimes you don't make it. That's a different issue altogether. But that should not pull you down.
Yes.
You have to persevere and you have to keep your, keep yourself motivated, in fact, you know. So take life, but don't take life too seriously. आप समझ रहे मेरी बात को? Now you're mentioning that you have been going to the library every day. Which library do you go?
Sir, Fly Library. Fly Library, sir, is the name.
What is Fly Library?
Sir, name.
which area?
Sir, Lado Sarai, Saket.
Saket, sir.
Acha, you are based in Delhi itself.
Sir, yes, sir.
So you're preparing over here. So you're staying over here.
Yes, sir.
So it's good. You go to the library because see ultimately what happens, you know, if you're staying at home, where is your father posted at this point of time?
Sir, naam sahi Arunachal Pradesh.
Arunachal.
Arunachal. you have a what you call an accommodation over here also?
Sir?
Your parents are staying here? Your family is staying over here?
No, sir.
Acha,
Sir,
you are
they
staying
are-
alone?
Yes, sir.
Right. No issues. So normally you go to library with the intention that if you stay at home, then perhaps you may be lazing around. You may go up to sleep. So if you want to have more disciplined life, okay, there's nothing bad about it.
Yes, sir.
And don't become too serious, in fact, you know. I'll always advise don't become too serious. I always keep on telling people. You should be disciplined. You should, you should be regular in whatever you are doing. So, not an issue. आप अपना आराम से तैयारी कीजिए 2-3 दिन की है पेपर पढ़िए आराम से no issues. Take some now let us say what can be the probable questions. See, you have done your class 10. Wherever you study, whether it's a school or a college, we do a bit of guessing also. What type of questions can be asked? The probabilities and the possibilities. Even if I know everything, but still I focus on certain, because they are on certain issue. There are certain strategies, in fact, you know. Let us say I'm interviewing you. I also there's so many things that I can ask, but I also feel, let us say the student from electrical engineering and from a good institution like the NIT Patna.
Yes, sir.
I'll certainly ask him about that. Now, let us say in your case, what are the contemporary issues that are, you try to name some of the contemporary issues, national, international. Tell us. Tell the name of the issues.
The contemporary,
Contemporary issues, national, international.
sir, South Africa is
No,
witness.
first go national. The elections are going on.
Elections
It's a
are
national
going on.
issue. There are so many things which are coming up in the news. You said you read newspaper, you read Hindu, any newspaper for that matter. So what are they talking about? They're talking about elections. They talk about the Supreme Court decisions. They talk about the different states which are participating. They talk about reservations. All these things are being raked up. Right? Then, of course, they would also be talking on the international scene. Once we come to the international scene, they'll be talking about Palestine. They'll be talking about Ukraine. They'll be talking about the International Court of Justice. So when you read the newspapers in a proper manner, then you can guess what is contemporarily prevalent at this point of time, right? So you prepare on those issues, read them, imbibe, internalize them. You read newspapers, but you are not able to internalize. But anyhow, don't change your style. Just read them. If possible, prepare 20-25 issues. You got 31st is the interview, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Today is 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Don't get stressed. 4 दिन में 3 दिन में कम से कम जितने आपके 20-25 इश्यूज हैं लिख कर तैयार कर लीजिए. जस्ट बुलेट पॉइंट्स. डोंट राइट मेक कोपियस नोट्स. सिंगल शीट्स पेपर ले लीजिए A4 साइज में और उसमें लिखना शुरू कर दीजिए. सिंगल शीट इसलिए हम सलाह देते हैं क्योंकि बाद में भी अगर कुछ और ऐड करना तो इजीली ऐड हो सकता है, राइट? तो 30-35 इशू हो जाएंगे. डैफ में भी कुछ चीजें हैं. सर ने बताया है कि आप गेम्स के बारे में है, कुछ और भी चीजों के बारे में है, तो उन सब चीजों की तैयारी कर लीजिए आप, ठीक है? अब आपके पास है कबड्डी है, चेस है, तो जितनी चीजें हैं बैठ करके हैं. अच्छा, इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियरिंग है. आप कुछ भी कहना चाहेंगे वो ये पूछ सकते हैं आपको कि इंस्टेड ऑफ हैविंग अ करियर इन इंजीनियरिंग यू आर कमिंग टू द पैरामिलिट्री फोर्सेस. What is so great about the paramilitary forces? There are a couple of forces, in fact, there are 5 for which you are applying. Obviously, there can be questions on that. तो 30-35 issues होंगे, उसको तैयारी कर लीजिए बैठ करके. So that once you go to the interview, you are not caught unawares. You know these are the problem questions. I would even suggest first to identify the questions. The issues, in fact, So even if you do not prepare on them, on all of them, because of paucity of time, you still know कि इस पर पूछा जा सकता है. You are mentally alert. All of a sudden, सर आपने क्या पूछा? चेस के बारे में पूछा आपने? कबड्डी में पूछा था, and then you were not able to answer कबड्डी, in fact. So all these issues should be highlighted, and they should become a focus of your preparation in next 4 days time, right? And go with a lot of confidence. Have a smiling disposition. Don't be glum. क्या हो जाएगा बैठ करके? नहीं होगा बैठ करके हो जाएगा. But if you have a cheerful disposition, I can guarantee you will be getting more marks than what you would have got otherwise. आपने मेहनत किया हुआ है, मेहनत रंग लाएगा, ऐसी बात नहीं. It can happen to anybody sitting in your chair. You are not unique on that count. I would be rather saying very bluntly, you are the receiving end. So you have to change your disposition now. आप अच्छा करके आइए so that now you come towards this end, and you then start interviewing candidates. Have that approach. Be motivated, huh? Don't look sullen. आप बहुत ज्यादा चिंता कर रहे हो, मुझे लग रहा है. चिंता किस बात की है? पिताजी नाराज हो जाएंगे? हाँ?
No, sir.
नहीं, अब चेहरा इतना गिरा हुआ क्यों है?
सर एक्सपेक्टेशंस बहुत ज्यादा रहते हैं.
एक्सपेक्टेशन दूसरों को है ना, आप अपना काम करेंगे बैठ करके ना. That is the problem. You're under too much stress. आप आए हो बिल्कुल, आपको सोच आप हम कुछ पूछ रहे हैं, आप किसी दूसरे दुनिया में हो. You have to come out of that. See, these are challenges which everybody faces. Everybody, in fact, and people may keep on boasting, हम तो बिना पढ़ाई के निकल गए, ये कर लिया, वो कर लिया. It's not the fact. People work very hard. So have you also worked very hard. You also have a disciplined life. You're also aspiring for so many things, I will just ask you as why didn't you give a CSC examination also? We all want you all to do very well in life. So don't get dejected in front. It's not time to get dejected. Fourth attempt, no issues. मैं करूँगा. Perseverance, in fact, it's very important. Perseverance is very important. Hard work is very important. Strategy is very important. But the most important thing is you should not feel dejected. Prepare for the problem questions, have a strategy, and there will be no stopping you. Okay?